Bars and restaurants in KCMO are reacting to a new order. The people at the Coif at 1010 Broadway downtown say that the new Kansas City, Missouri curfew and capacity limits are going to make it harder to operate, but its owners want to do all they can to help slow the spread of COVID-19.
So if we're able to stay open at 12, we're still going to be able to have night staff, but if we're only open till 10, then it's only going to be bartenders. That's going to affect us a lot.
They say that Friday and Saturday nights are really the only nights where they're seeing groups of customers. And Westport Ale House has temporarily shut down. Staffers at the bar posted an announcement on Facebook saying it's part of an effort to help prevent the spread of COVID-19. Westport Ale House dealt with an outbreak a couple of months ago. Well, owners plan to reopen the ale house early next year. And businesses are working to adjust to new health and safety requirements now in effect in Johnson County, Kansas. Bars and restaurants have to close for dine-in service by midnight. Public gatherings are limited to 50 people or 50% of the building's capacity, whichever is less. There's several exceptions and the rules are flexible. Any businesses or organizations that want to exceed capacity limits have to provide the county health department with a safety plan moving forward.
Generally, what we're hearing from businesses is that they're okay with some reasonable restrictions. What we don't want to see is a complete shutdown because our economy can't handle that, and that absolutely would be a death knell for some of our businesses.
The order that was passed was a compromise based on the political reality of what we could get approved by the existing board. In my opinion, it's better to have something than nothing at all.
Well, county leaders will consider ways to enforce the orders at a commissioners' meeting on Thursday. And district leaders in Tonganoxie say there are too many positive coronavirus cases and not enough substitute teachers to cover classes. So the high school is now moving to all online learning for now as board members work to try and figure out what's next for the district. And the Green Valley School District will return to all virtual learning tomorrow. The plan right now is for elementary and early childhood students to get back to in-person learning after Thanksgiving. Middle and high schoolers will return to mixed or hybrid learning starting January 4th. And Johnson County is using coronavirus relief money to help others dealing with the pandemic. Those eligible for help include people of color, the elderly, those with disabilities, and members of the LGBTQ community. There are now counseling services, certain medicines, and more is available through the county's mental health center. You can visit the website there on your screen to request help, jocogov.org/relief funds for mental health. And small businesses in Kansas may be getting more financial help. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly is announcing that almost 2,000 businesses will get a share of more than $37 million in grants. The state's using some of its CARES Act money for those grants. The governor is also calling on Congress to pass another stimulus bill to help thousands of other businesses.
The CARES funding that we got now ends December 30th. That is the end of that program. This virus isn't going anywhere by December 30th. It's going to continue to be an issue for Kansans in terms of their health, but also in terms of our businesses.
To apply, visit kansascommerce.gov/COVID relief. There are still some grants available for businesses, colleges, and more. Well, Global Entrepreneurship Week is being celebrated right now all across the world. The Kauffman Foundation founded the yearly event in 2008, and it's expanded to more than 170 countries since then. But it's now really a good time to become an entrepreneur. As KBC9's Ben Evans reports, events happening this week will try to answer that question.
There are dozens of online classes happening this week trying to answer that question and also trying to answer a lot of other questions that small business owners have in Kansas City as they face an uncertain future almost on a daily basis. Last year, Global Entrepreneurship Week brought more than 1,000 people to the 18th and Vine District for hundreds of classes, but of course that wasn't going to happen due to the pandemic, so they've now shifted all of that to online. Those virtual classes beginning this week, the primetime classes beginning today and going through Thursday for Global Entrepreneurship Week. It's meant to be an international celebration of the makers, the innovators, the job creators who bring ideas to life in the small business community. Now, taking off and running with those ideas or starting a new business can be daunting at any time, even more so in the midst of a global pandemic. But business leaders here in Kansas City say that's not a reason to be discouraged.
If you look back at history, even our last recession, you've seen some of our biggest businesses come out of that recession. So just because the economy may be in a different up and down curve right now, doesn't mean you shouldn't start a business. It's all being able to access the right resources, being able to move into that business with a plan in place, and with the heart and the motivation to make that a success.
All of these classes are free. They are open to anyone who is interested. You can register for the classes and also browse a list of what's being offered right now on the Global Entrepreneurship Week website. It's gewkc.org. In Kansas City, Matt Evans, KBC 9 News.